When we want to feature a restaurant on this show, most chefs can't wait for us to come by. But that's not the case with a longtime spot in Mukilteo. The owner of the Grouchy Chef restaurant wrote us a letter saying he did not want the spotlight. The restaurant has strict rules but gets rave reviews, so we wanted to know more about it. Luckily, a Refined.com writer recently dined there, and we chatted about his experience. Hi, Andrew. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's get right to this. Tell me about the Grouchy Chef restaurant. Is the owner grouchy?
Is he grouchy? Well, at first he was a little grouchy with me because I failed to pull out my girlfriend's chair when we were sitting down at the table. But after that happened, he did start warming up to me, and by the end of the dinner, he was a super nice guy and had a great time at the Grouchy Chef in Mukilteo.
So I have to ask you this. I heard the guy has rules when you come into the restaurant. Do you remember some of the rules?
Yes, I do. So he does not want any pictures taken of him. He wants you to be dressed really nicely. This isn't a place to wear old clothes or anything. You want to dress to the nines if possible. You also want to have your manners or he will call you out, and make sure to not drink his china glasses. He'll get very upset if you break them.
Wow. And you still feel comfortable going to this restaurant with all these rules?
Now I do. I'll be much better on the second visit.
So we actually wrote the chef a letter, and he said, oh, I'm kind of shy. I don't want to be in the limelight. But this guy's a pretty cool dude, right?
Yes, definitely. He's super nice. He cares about his restaurant, the food he serves, and he cares about his country. He really talks about the United States and how it was such a place of glory, and he wants to have that feeling in his restaurant at the Grouchy Chef.
And then how was the food? So, you have rules. He's a nice guy. He doesn't want the limelight. So how was the food? Did it taste good? And what would you recommend?
Yeah, it was delicious. It's actually French food. I was actually expecting it to be Japanese food at first.
Were you a little bit reluctant going to this? Because you probably had no idea what to expect with all the rules and everything for this restaurant.
Yeah, I had absolutely no idea what to expect. When you pull in, we actually thought we were in the wrong location when we got there because it's not a typical restaurant. It's more of like a one-off dining experience, and we thought we were actually at the wrong location. But once we got inside, it was a very unique place with decorations all over the walls and just a great atmosphere.
And does he have people that work for him, or is he like the chef and is he the host?
That's a great question because he actually is. He was the only person working. He was the waiter. He was the chef. He sang. he did it all. The overall experience is what would bring someone back, and it's just something very unique that you might not get in a restaurant in downtown Seattle. The one thing he also stresses is being able to serve high quality food at an affordable price. So the whole meal for the two people with a bottle of wine was under $100. So it's not going to break the bank, and that's one thing he also stresses in his basically constitution of rules that he has at the table when you sit down.
And Andrew, you definitely recommend the restaurant, the Grouchy Chef.
Yes, I would.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I'm going to
for
make my reservations right now.
Yeah, you better make it, but be sure to go maybe during the week because the weekends can get really busy.
All right, thank you so much, Andrew.
All right, take care.
To learn more about Andrew's experience to the Grouchy Chef in Mukilteo, head to SeattleRefined.com.